Hey, we're Kevin and Meagan Hisey, and we are so excited to tell you about what God is doing in our family and just how He's moving. And so we have lived in Claremore for the past 10 years with our 5 boys and have ministered here in student ministry and in worship ministry, just at different churches, and it has been so good for us to be here, and we've just really enjoyed it. And back in the year 2000, when we first got married, we were a part of a church plant in Tulsa, and man, that really shaped us, and it really helped us know how to share our faith, how to share the gospel, and really reach people that were disconnected from God.
So for the past 17 years, we've ministered alongside of each other, and it's been an incredible journey. And we have sensed for a long time that God would have us plant a church, and we feel like now is the time.
So 6 months ago, we began to really sense that God was putting it on our hearts at that time to start a church. And so we began to pray, and we began to fast and really seek out mentors, people that really know us and know how we minister to people. And God just really spoke to us during that time.
So God confirmed this calling for both of us just at different times through His Word, through peace. He just gave us a peace, and just in spending time with Him, He just really just nailed that down for us, and we knew, and we just felt the calling. We were just so sure of that calling.
So we began to pray about where God would want us to start a church. And so during this time of really just seeking God, I went to Enid, Oklahoma, because a couple of my friends lived there. We've taken teenagers to Enid, to a place called Forgotten Ministry. And so Jeremiah and Brock are 2 guys that help run that ministry, and just 2 guys I really respect. And so I went there just to pray with them and to brainstorm with them about what it would look like to start a church for people that don't necessarily want to go to church. And so we prayed and talked, and it was just an incredible time. And as I was driving back from Enid, I really sensed that God was calling us to start a church right there in Enid. So we began to pray about that.
And whenever we were there, we were just overwhelmed with a love for the community that we had never had before. And as we drove around, we just had a total peace about moving our family there and just being in that community and living there in Enid.
So the BGCO church planting organization connected me with Matt Spann. And Matt Spann is the director of missions in Enid, Oklahoma. And as me and Megan hung out with him for a day, we just really immediately connected with him, and just his heart for church planting. He was a missionary and had been in Madagascar, and just his story really connected with us. And he then started telling us how the churches in Enid had been praying for a while that someone would come and start a church, and actually many churches. They saw that there was a need for church planting in Enid, and that just really encouraged us that we would have a partner like that in Enid. And that's really when we knew that this is where God wanted us to go.
So we chose the name Open Door for our church name because it is the way of life for us. We always want people to feel welcome into our life, welcome into our home, and welcome into our church.
We have some really awesome partners as we have begun this journey already. We are partnering with the BGCO. We are partnering with Claremore First, the church that we're at right now, and then in Enid with the Cherokee Strip Association, Baptist Association there, and a lot of individuals and other churches even. And so it's taking a lot of people partnering with us for us to move forward, and it's just been exciting to see people getting excited about what God's doing in our lives and just in Enid.
Right. And so our vision for Open Door is to be authentically welcoming, passionately training, and constantly sending other people.
So we are so excited to follow God to Enid, Oklahoma, and we're expecting him to do big things.